Morning guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Daniel and you're watching Triple R Farms, and it is Thursday, September the 21st. And yeah, this is all the corn we have left to sell. So that's what Wayne's been working on. He's been loading trucks every day, and as you see behind me, he's been cleaning up as he's loading out. As soon as we get all this corn out, then we're ready to start dumping soybeans in here. So that's what's going on down here. Also, the wet tank, we can only cut 2 truckloads today, and it is slam full. Then we are basically going to be shut down on soybean harvest today. But that's okay, and I'll explain why. So that's okay, because that's about all the beans that we have ready to harvest. The rest of them, I'm gonna have to stop and just go spray with my rogator. So that's the plan for today. We're gonna cut 2 truckloads of beans, then we're gonna call it quits, and I'll be jumping on the rogator later on today and spraying some beans. Dad's over there right now trying to move an irrigation out of the way. It was out of line, so he's trying to get it out of the way so we can harvest behind it. Mark and James are over there loading the truck. We had the grain cart full last night, and Roy will be joining us over there shortly. But that's the plan for today. So yep, you guessed it, let's get this baby started. So we may get rained out before we even get started. It's raining all around us. But it looks like the rain is going to hold off. If you see right there on that hill, it's raining right there, and then it's raining right there. But this is what's headed our way. Everything is moving this way. So clear skies, probably in about an hour, we'll have full sunshine. So the soybean yield has been kind of all over the board. In this particular field right here, I think it was a water issue. I think it stayed too wet for too long. And these beans were cutting anywhere from 45 bushels to 30 bushels. Where it was a little bit drier in the field, they got up to about 50. But the field we cut before this one, which is called the Montgomery Bottom, it was really good. We had some parts that were 60 bushels, and then we get into a part of the field that had some darker dirt, some richer dirt. It got all the way up. It was hitting 80 and 90 bushels, so that was really good for that field. It's kind of hard to predict what these beans are going to do this year, because they, like I said, they've been all over the board. But we've cut some really good ones, and we've cut some average ones. So that's where we are so far. My combine is working perfect. I have no issues with mine, but Dad is still having problems with his. Number one, still got a guidance issue with it. And what Big Joe is gonna do, he's gonna come down and bring a new nav controller, and he's gonna put that on and see if that corrects the problem. So Dad is still running with no guidance, which doesn't bother him at all. The other thing that happened the other day with his combine, which was pretty crazy, all of a sudden we got into a new field and he was going around the border and I was following right behind him, so I was seeing what his combine was doing. Anyway, when he backed up one time to turn around and go a different direction, I saw beans pouring out of the bottom of his combine. Y'all see this little hole right here? This is where the fan is. You got a hole right here and there's a hole right down the other side. This is where the beans were pouring out. So if you know anything about combines, beans are not supposed to be right there with the fan. So we finally figured out what happened. We looked over the combine, trying to figure out what was going on, and finally we figured it out. For some reason, all his sieves like went to 0, upper sieve, lower sieve, pre-sieve. Fan, I don't think his fan completely shut off. I think it went all the way down to like 200 on the RPMs. Basically, when that happened, everything started choking up with like chaff. This stuff right here. So it completely choked up pretty much everything in the combine, and what was happening was there was nowhere for the beans to go, and they were just spilling over into the fan and they were running out the bottom. What we eventually had to do, you've got a little trap door right here. You pull this rod. Anyway, that lets this door flop down, and it was just slam full of beans. And even though when we corrected the sieves, the air could not get back there to the sieves because it was all choked up with beans and there was nowhere for the air to go. So we had to drop that door, clean everything out right here, shut it back up. And after we did that, it started working fine. It cleaned itself out and went back to cutting beans and threshing like it should. I have no idea why it did that, and it also did it one more time later on that day. Dad caught it though. He was watching it. For no reason, everything just went to 0. I don't think it happened again. I know it happened that one other time, but we'll ask him when he gets over here. But I have no idea why in the world it did that, but it did. Did your combine ever go back to 0 again on that sieves? I know it did the one time.
Did it one time over here, you know, when I stopped.
I know. Did it do it again?
No, but then one time my fan got speeding up, and went all the way. And then I slowed it back down. I heard it. Don't know why I did that. There's some weird things going on. Yeah. Don't need a lot of depth, but don't go and fill it up. But I know I need fuel. I'm digging with my hand.
No broke blades. Good night.
It's a dirty job too. Free the bottom up. It'll cave off.
Watch it.
I'm gonna go over there and dump it.
You wanna lay this up here?
Yeah. You gonna shut it up for me?
had a change of plans. Dad wants him and Mark to finish the soybeans. I'm gonna go get my sprayer ready. I'm gonna go start spraying. And then James is gonna soybean field. We got a disc yet. He's gonna go disc. And then Roy will be the truck driver for Dad and Mark. All right, girl, it's been a while. That's a good sign. Hubcap. So we just got James set up. Everything looks good. Disc doing a perfect job. He's gonna go at this angle and go over the whole field once. Once he gets over it, the second trip will be at an angle about like this. Alright, so here's what we're putting in today. We're gonna go with the Gramoxone 3.0. We're gonna go a quart to the acre. And this is a contact killer, so any grass, anything living, weeds, grass, anything over there that it touches, soybeans, it's gonna smoke it. Then of course we're gonna use our wet salt as our surfactant, and then we're gonna throw some defoamer in there. So this is the reason that I'm spraying this field. You see a lot of these soybean plants still have all the green leaves on them. So it's not too bad as far as the green leaves, but the main reason I'm spraying is for this grass. See all this grass? It is coming on like crazy. Look at it all over there. Ooh, that's bad. Hopefully we don't have any wasp in here. Moving that pivot out of the way so I can spray behind it. And I'm about to jump back on the rogator and I'm gonna finish out the day spraying. Dad finished the soybean field. The wet tank is slam full, so soybean harvest has come to a stop. Wayne thinks he's got enough trucks coming tomorrow to empty out the shed of corn, so Mark and James will be helping him tomorrow get the last trucks loaded and get the shed swept up, cleaned up, where we can start drying these beans and dumping them in the shed. So that's going to be it for the soybean harvest till Monday. Hopefully we can get all that done and what I'm spraying will be died down and we can start back out at Monday. So thanks again guys for watching another Triple R Farms video. I know the videos have been kind of coming out sporadic, not really on a schedule lately. We've been dealing with football practice, baseball practice, football games, baseball tournaments, and then I'm trying to film these videos and then find some kind of time at night to get them edited. And whenever I find that time, that's when I edit and get them out the next morning at 6 o'clock. So be patient with me. We'll get back on a schedule at some point. But that's going to wrap it up for this one, guys. Y'all have a great weekend. And if you want to subscribe, if you're not a subscriber, click Triple R Farms logo over here. And if you want to do me a favor, click the thumb, means you like the video. But yeah, that is it for this one, guys. So you know what I'm going to say. See you on the next one. We're out.